The protester is straight up bold. We have to give her that. And King Charles's face is one for the books. But we will get to that in a minute. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a better day than King Charles. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. As you saw in the intro, today's topic is a big one. King Charles and Queen Camilla are currently on their Australia tour, but let's just say it's not going as smoothly as they might have hoped. So let's get into it. All right, so here's the situation. King Charles and Queen Camilla have been on their royal tour of Australia. On Monday, they arrived in Canberra, Australia's capital, after a stop in Sydney. One of the major events of the day was King Charles's address to the Australian Parliament. This is something you'd expect to be a pretty formal, well-received occasion, right? Well, not quite. As the King delivered his speech, touching on his memories of Australia, climate change, and even paying respects to Australia's First Nations people, something major happened. Enter Senator Lydia Thorp, an independent senator known for her strong stance on Indigenous rights and her protests against the monarchy. She took a stand, and let me tell you, it's making waves. Senator Lydia Thorp, during King Charles's speech, stood up and shouted, "You committed genocide against our people. Give us our land back. Give us what you stole from us. Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people." She then called for a treaty, saying, "This is not your land. You are not my king. The colonies." And as you might expect, she was quickly escorted out by security. Now, let's be real for a moment. This wasn't just a random outburst. This was a powerful, brave stand against the monarchy and the horrific history of colonialism in Australia. Lydia Thorpe's words aren't just a critique of King Charles personally. They're a reflection of centuries of pain, trauma, and oppression faced by Australia's Indigenous people. Thorpe's protest struck a chord with many, myself included. Watching her speak truth to power in that moment was incredibly moving. She didn't just challenge King Charles, she challenged the very institution of the monarchy and its continued influence in a country that, frankly, has been talking more and more about leaving the monarchy behind. This isn't the first time Thorpe has spoken out against the royals. Back in 2022, she was forced to repeat her oath of allegiance to Queen Elizabeth II after she initially described her as a colonizer. Imagine that, being forced to swear allegiance to someone you fundamentally oppose just to take your place in Parliament. It's absurd, and honestly, it underlines why Australia is ready to ditch the monarchy. I've got to give credit to Thorpe for sticking to her beliefs. Even when the system tried to silence her, she refused to back down. And now, she's using her platform to make sure the world knows exactly how she feels about King Charles and the colonial legacy of the British monarchy. So, what about King Charles? Well, reports say that he was unruffled by the interruption and carried on with his day. But here's the thing. He neither looked calm nor collected. There's no denying that Thorpe's protest sends a strong message. The Australian people, especially Indigenous Australians, are done with the monarchy. And this protest is just one of many signs that the tides are turning. Let's not forget, Australia has been having serious conversations about becoming a republic for years now. There's growing support for breaking ties with the monarchy, and King Charles's visit isn't exactly winning over hearts and minds. In fact, if anything, Thorpe's protest is a reminder that the monarchy's presence in Australia is more controversial than ever. I'll be honest with you all. Watching Thorpe's protest brought up some deep emotions for me. It's not easy to stand up in front of powerful people, in a space where you're supposed to be respectful and polite, and speak out against injustice. But she did it. She called out King Charles on Australia's colonial past and present, and she did it with the kind of courage that we rarely see. I know there are some people who will criticise her for disrupting the King's speech, but let's not forget that colonialism is disruptive. It destroyed cultures, lives, and land. Thorp's protest is a reflection of that deep, unresolved pain, and it's something the monarchy cannot just sweep under the rug. Australians have been saying for years now that they're ready to move on from the monarchy. Whether it's in casual conversations or in serious political discussions, there's a growing sentiment that Australia doesn't need a royal figurehead anymore. And this protest by Lydia Thorp, it's just one more sign that King Charles and Queen Camilla are not being embraced in the way the royal family might have hoped. I mean, we've seen it with other Commonwealth countries too, haven't we? Barbados, for example, becoming a republic in 2021. Australia could easily be next. It's not about disrespecting the British people or even the personal lives of the royals. It's about moving forward, reclaiming sovereignty, and acknowledging that the British monarchy's colonial past cannot be ignored. So, where does this leave us? Well, one thing's clear. Australia is sending a strong message. The days of blind loyalty to the monarchy are over, and King Charles needs to understand that. His address to Parliament might have gone smoothly on the surface, but Lydia Thorp's protest overshadowed it in a big way. The monarchy's future in Australia is uncertain, and it's only a matter of time before these conversations lead to real change. And honestly, I can't blame them. Australia deserves to forge its own path, free from the shackles of a colonial monarchy that's out of touch with the reality of the modern world. Well, that's all for today, everyone. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Australia will become a republic soon? And what did you think of Senator Lydia Thorp's protest? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and here is one for the road.
You committed genocide against our people! Give us our land back! Give us what you stole from us! Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people! You destroyed our land! Give us a treaty! We want a treaty in this country! You are a genocider! This is not your land! This is not your land! You are not my kids! You are not our kids!
Yeah.